From Lisbon to Helsinki, there's so much to discover, but at the heart of Europe are its institutions. In this video, I'd like to share my personal experiences from an Erasmus Plus program in Brussels. My journey began on Sunday, March 30th, around 7 a.m. in Leipzig. Our train first took us to Frankfurt am Main, a ride about 3 hours. After a short 30-minute layover, we got on the next train for another 3 hours to Brussels. After settling in our rooms and deciding who slept where, we took a trip through the city to explore what it was like. We had a coffee in a Romanian pub and slowly wandered into the city, where we met up with the rest of our group. After dinner, we went together for the first time to a small Belgian pub.
Boo!
Wir sind 12 Schüler, das sind 14.
The next day, before the others woke up, I took the opportunity to explore the city on my own. Already the day before, we had noticed how many trash bags were lying on the streets. At the time, I didn't know it was due to a garbage collection strike. To be honest, things only improved slightly after the strike. However, that morning I saw something I had never seen in any European city before. Of course, we didn't let that discourage us. We knew it was just the beginning. Later that day, we met the students from our partner school in Sardinia, Italy, who would join us in visiting the European institutions and soon became our friends. But before we visited the European institutions, we explored the city center of Brussels. It was basically the complete opposite of what I had seen in the morning. We also happened to stumble upon a demonstration for Palestine and Congo. Our first destination as a group was the House of European History, which moved me in many ways. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to explore everything in detail, but a few key things stuck with me. What you can see here, for example, is a kind of disc on the floor of the museum, which was projected from above by a projector, presenting fundamental elements of European history. I'll let the original sound play now, and hopefully you'll get a small glimpse of the atmosphere. It's a video, not a photo.
Okay.
In the museum, we have experienced European history as much as possible, with all its highs and lows.
Track 7, passengers to buses out of Southampton.
Our next major destination was the European Parliament. Before entering, we split into smaller groups and worked on tasks to improve our understanding of the institution. We also explored the area around the Parliament and got to know each other better. At the Parliament, we had a tour led by a very professional guide. It was impressive to see the dimensions of the chamber.
In Brüssel der Plenarsaal. Momentan sieht es aber nicht so voll aus. Dafür sieht es in Straßburg ungefähr so aus. Es ist nämlich so, dass alle 4 Wochen die Plenarwoche in Straßburg stattfindet.
After the visit, we went to play billiard and met some locals. We got along very well and they later invited us to their homes. I hope one day I can return the favor for that evening.
We wanna chase the night. C'est en vidéo.
C'est en vidéo?
Oui.
And next destination was the Magritte Museum.
Hey, you think this is art?
Yes, I think it's a great art. As you can see, there's a snake which has a candle on it and is burning. Like that, it means that our world is gonna burn like this,
Okay.
and we're gonna be destroyed.
Thank you.
After the museum visit, we had coffee and lunch together. Then we had another group activity followed by a visit to the Parc du Cinquantenaire, which has become one of my favorite places in Brussels. The weather was perfect, we had free time and there was so much to explore. The architecture is monumental. In my opinion, this park and the Arc are far more beautiful and impressive than the Brandenburg Gate.
Épicentre de deux conflits mondiaux qui ont eu avant tout pour origine l'existence sur
Since World War II, European countries' relative share in world population, trade and economic output has decreased. The EU is one of the largest economies in the world. Here, everybody can work, trade and travel without restriction. Removing barriers between the member states has created new economic opportunities for everyone. The European Union is an unprecedented example of solidarity, social justice, and economic progress. We live in a place where our fundamental rights are protected. The European Union has helped turn dictatorships into democracies and has reunited Eastern and Western Europe.
I found the room with all the projectors in the short film particularly interesting. It might not come across that way in the video, but for me it was very impressive. After visiting the Parlamentarium, we went to the Atomium, together with our Italian friends.
Von unten, na, von unten, von unten.
Video.
In the evening we all went out for dinner together again. Afterwards, we visited a small pub with our teachers, where we were surprised by a guitarist who suddenly started to play just for us. That was something truly special, an experience I had never had before. On the next morning, which was also our last morning in Brussels, I went out alone again while the others were sleeping. Even though I had only slept for 3 or 4 hours, it was important for me to take some time to observe things more closely and reflect on what they actually mean. After saying goodbye to our Italian friends, we walked through the city once more and came across all kinds of things, strange construction sites, parks, and even street musicians. Later we had one last meal together, and the next day we returned home the same way we came. Now we are back, filled with many new experiences, and we'll be talking about this trip for a long time. Thank you to everyone who accompanied us on this journey.
Yes.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you